Hey guys, Lunar here, welcome back to another Skyrim Special Edition console mod video for Xbox One. So we already had our top 5 mods of the day earlier. In this video, I'm focusing on a specific theme, and today is weapons and armors from the last 24 hours, since I like all of my mods to be up to date with the current mods that are out. What I was thinking for this series is I can focus on weapons and armor mods, big and small, since I know a lot of you guys want me to add in more weapons and armors to the current videos. Since there are loads of new ones out literally every day, making a separate video for armor and weapons every day seems like a good idea. Also, some days I can make this video another theme if I have 5 more mods that work well together and there's not enough weapons and armors out, like I did with the 5 graphic mods video. However, it's really up to you guys, so let me know what you think in the comments below. So let's not wait around and jump straight into our first mod. First up, we have Banditry fur armors. The armors are height of fashion for bandits and ruffians throughout the holds of Skyrim. Fur armor is now available for crafting, recipes are available for both standard fur armor and 4 tiers of higher grade outfits. There's also cloth variants. Circlets are provided as an alternative to helmets. The armor also counts as matched for the matching set perks. There are other mods that allow you to craft fur armors, but this is the only one so far that lets you craft the same armor, but with the quality of higher tier armors, such as dragon armor. The game contains Stormcloak items that are called fur boots and fur gauntlets, and these are not part of this armor set, and so won't count towards the matching sets. The basic fur armor is the same armor that is found in the game, worn by most bandits, but it's now craftable and counts as a matching set. It ranges between hide and leather in quality. Crafting does not require a perk and uses only leather to make. The 4 higher tier sets all require the appropriate perks and furs for crafting. Wolf fur armor requires wolf pelts, sabercat fur armor requires saber cat furs, and so on. So collect your furs as you level up, you will need them for crafting and tempering. Please note that these recipes are particular about which furs you use. Wolf fur armor needs wolf pelts and not ice wolf pelts. The snow bear armor, which is the equivalent to dragon scale armor, requires snow bear pelts and not just regular bear pelts, and since it's in the dragon scale armor category, you might think you need dragon scales to craft it, but it doesn't require that either. So a nice armor mod there to start us off with, and a cool one since bandits are widespread in the game, and since it's the most basic armor, you would think that the fur armors would be the most abundant in game, especially since they're so easy to craft and they only require leather and pelts. Well, this mod helps make that more of a reality in game, and it's definitely worth downloading. Next up, we have the Infinity Blade. This is the blade from the popular mobile series, also called Infinity Blade. It is craftable under the Daedric category. It isn't perfect, but it's pretty close. This is a one-handed weapon, like in the games, and in terms of damage it does more than most one-handed weapons, only doing less than the Daedric sword in damage for one-handed. Of course, you can always add an enchantment to make it a bit more powerful. So a simple mod, a cool looking sword added to the game, especially if you're a fan of Infinity Blade, and it's one worth checking out. Next we have the blue Daedric weapons and armor. Technically this is 2 mods, but probably most people will use them together. What the mod does is simple. It adds in glowing blue versions of all Daedric weapons and armors into the game, but doesn't replace them, so both are available. All the weapons added are identical in damage and weight to the regular Daedric weapons, however the armors are slightly different. You will notice that the blue Daedric armor is in fact a light armor, meaning it weighs half the weight of regular Daedric armor, but offers less damage resistance. However, for the armor itself, the reduction is only by 8, meaning that despite being light armor, it's still far better than the next best light armor, which is the Dragonbone light armor. So it's definitely worth wearing, for it's a good balance of damage resistance, better movement, and you can now carry more stuff as well since you weigh lighter. Overall, a really cool armor mod, and of course, yes, you can mix and match the light and heavy armors, so you can have a mixture of blue and red colors to make a unique look for your character. The Soul Eater armor is another cool armor, and you acquire it much in the same way as the Death Knight of Tamriel armor that we looked at in a previous video. You loot it from the Soul Eater after you defeat him. So like a lot of weapons and armors, they have a bit of lore, so we will read that out first. Long ago when the heavens were in war with hell, long ago when man was but a starring failure, the heavens were strong as hell was evil. One man called Crusix was sent to destroy the evil lord. Crusix attacked the walls of hell and succeeded in his task. Crusix had defeated the evil of all the lands. But man was growing stronger in the dark. More and more men became wiser. Using the power that the angels had once, the angels became angry at man, so they sent out Crusix to do their bidding. He became the Angel of Death, the Soul Eater. So how do you get the armor? Well, you have to go to the Soul Eater throne, which is close to the Bloodlet throne, in fact it's actually above it, and slay the Crusix the Soul Eater. Once you do, you will get the Soul Eater armor, gloves, boots, hood, and the Soul Eater's greatsword, which is a 2-handed weapon, and the armor supports both female and male character bodies. However, in order to get it, you have to defeat the Soul Eater, and you have to be prepared because he's incredibly tough. My character is currently level 274 and I have all the perks unlocked, and he deals pretty heavy damage to my character, so you're going to have to come to this one well prepared. However, it's worth it because the armor and weapons are incredibly powerful, and you can hack your way through any dungeon with ease with this stuff equipped. Of course, all this stuff can be tempered as well to increase the damage and damage resistance if you want to. Overall, another cool mod that adds in a unique set of armor and weapons into the game, and a very powerful set as well, and it's definitely worth checking out. And I have to admit, it's one of the better looking armors that I've seen. Our final mod is the Auroran Armory. This mod adds to the game a new set of armor, along with a new conjuration spell to get the Auroran Knight. The mod adds in the Auroran Light Cuirass, Light Boots, Gloves, Helmet, Heavy Cuirass, Heavy Boots, Heavy Gloves, Heavy Helmet, Meridia's Visage, Auroran Shield, the Auroran Axe, which is one-handed, and the Conjure Auroran spell. The armor is worn by these Auroran Daedra, who were created by the Daedric Prince Meridia, Azura, and Shigareth. Unlike other Daedra, however, their soul level is not always the same. Depending on the level of the Auroran, the soul can be anything from lesser and up. There is no way to tell the soul level of an Auroran until he has been slain. So how do you get all the armor? Well, you have to find each piece in a different location. The location here in the video is to get the conjuration spell. All the other pieces can be found in these locations. To get the spell, you will have to go to the fallen statue of the Auroran, which is located on your map, so it's a brand new location. To get the armor and weapons, you will have to search the dungeons. All of the dungeons are already in game, and they will have the Auroran enemies near the chests that contain the armor parts. And the chests stand out so you can't miss them. The dungeons they are located in is Angervund, Bleak Coast Cave, Avantzel, Mistwatch, Dustman's Cairn, Gallows Rock, and Volskag. So overall, a really cool set of armor, weapon, and you also get a conjuration spell as well. The mod also adds a bit of lore to the game, and you get some gameplay as well, since you actually have to find each of the pieces of armor in different locations, and you have to slay all the Auroran Knights that guard each of the pieces of armor. Well, there we have it guys, 5 brand new weapons and armors you can download right now in game. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'm going to continue doing this one, and I will make another one tomorrow for weapons and armor, and the amount of weapons and armor in each will vary depending on what's out. In this video there were quite a lot of armors, tomorrow it could all be weapons, we just don't know yet. But let me know if this is something you want to see in the future. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all next time for another Skyrim console mod video. See you all then.